Today we'll be talking about Strategic Galaxy. It's a free browser game made by a lone indie developer bedroom programmer, with some new gameplay features to offer for strategy game enthusiasts looking for a new experience. Let's jump right into the game. It's got a massive map, it's over 100 million squares in size, and also can support tens of thousands of players. There are social elements where you can make friends, but there are also mechanics where you can break social links. You can really appreciate the value of communication when it is fragile. Now let's talk about how you can actually play. On the right there is the command panel. Home is where you can navigate and control your empire. Social is for making friends and communicating, and settings is where you can find the detailed help, settings for zoom, and settings for the command panel location. So before explaining details, this is a strategy game, not action, or tactics or something. Gameplay takes a while. Commands once issued can take a few minutes to take effect, and traveling around this big galaxy is slow. When the game first loads, you'll be presented with the galaxy map on the left. Clicking on any star or blank spot will zoom you into the sector level, showing you star systems and empty space. Clicking on a star system or empty space will show the local space map for that area. In the home panel you will find the Gal Map button, which will zoom you out to the galaxy map from any perspective, the directional D-pad, and the jump to local space input. From local space or sector perspective you can use the D-pad to pan around in the direction of the arrows. And if you input a sector, and local space coordinates, you will jump to that section of the map. Below those controls you'll find something named bookmarks, with your starting system already pre-bookmarked for you at the start. Using the Add Bookmarks input, you can put in a bookmark for any local space in the galaxy with the name you choose. Clicking on the home bookmark will take you to your starting system, where you should find your starting planets, and probably a factory or two. If you get confused at any point as to what the units are, there is a legend in the help under settings. To build a ship, select a planet to build a construction ship, or select a factory to build other ship types. Construction ships build factories, and colonize planets. To move a ship, select the ship. Command buttons will appear under the navigation controls. Select the move button, and then select a destination in local space. You will get a text confirmation, and it will take a while for the ship to move. To attack, select a ship that attacks, and then select an adjacent square. Finally, and perhaps the most important mechanic in the game, scout ships and satellites have greater vision than other units. Vision is obscured by distance from units and is represented by hatched dark lines over empty space, planetary bodies, and obscure ships. When two players are friends, they can build satellites adjacent to each other, and link two planets via the established link commands. This will share vision, and enable longer messages in chat. But if an enemy destroys one of the satellites in the link, it will break this extra ability until another link of satellites is established. This creates entirely new gameplay mechanics based around intelligence gathering, and controlling the flow of information. Tired of people talking behind your back about you and your friends? Do something about it, and know your in-game chats are all the more valuable for being vulnerable. Fight for free speech. This gives players a strategic ability to cut an opponent's visions and communications, to disrupt enemy intelligence during an attack, or even to cause larger strategic rifts between enemy players. Now, to make a friend, simply select a stranger's ship, go to the social tab, and hit the Add Friend button. This will send a friend request. Then if the person accepts, they will be added to the list of friends in social. Clicking on a player's name in the friends list will let you chat with them in the chat area. Finally, selecting a ship, typing a message and hitting the send message button will send the targeted player a message. You can review messages you've received in the box under the messages title in the social tab. Now let's talk about some of the fun stuff: ships, exploration, and combat. Strategic Galaxy has 5 ship types right now, and there are plans for more. Scout ships are your go-to for learning more about the galaxy, and exploring your region. Fragile, and lightly armed, they aren't great fighters, but are essential for keeping a prized of you area, finding friends, and learning more about the galaxy. Frigates are your balanced workhorse ship that can be used for all defense and offense needs at a reasonable price. Cruisers are sturdy ships that can take a lot of damage, and are great durable options for frontline use, and a variety of other applications. Finally, for combat ships you've got the battleship, a massive ship equipped with long-range attack capabilities that can strike anywhere in local space. These capital ships are the pinnacle of fighting space ships, costing a fortune. They are the most powerful attack ships in the game. And last, but not least, there is the only ship in the game with no offensive abilities whatsoever. Not everything in the world of Strategic Galaxy is combat, and every civilization needs the ship that can build, colonize, and create your space civilization. These civilian ships can make factories, satellites, and colonize uninhabited planets. Though you'll never be able to defend your space civilization with construction ships, you won't have anything to defend without them. They are the backbone of every player in Strategic Galaxy. All planets created by construction ships can not only establish communications links, but are also equipped with a planetary black hole cannon. This is the most powerful attack in the game, capable of taking out any unit in the game in one hit, even the mighty battleship. If you've ever played a game of chess, you'll know the different pieces have different advantages and disadvantages. Strategic Galaxy builds somewhat on these concepts, and brings new factors and advancements to gameplay. Look at these controversial new graphics. At best in chess you take out a tower of innocent peasants. Here it's a whole planet full. Clearly an evolution. In chess it's one horse, maybe one bishop. There has to be more than one horse on those planets. I don't know if the monarchy survives in space, that's probably a role-playing decision, but the odds are better for high stakes there too, taking your opponent's king. If you're interested, head on over to www.strategiggalaxy.com, the link is in the description, where you can search for the game in Bing and find the login page. It's a new game, and hopefully as time goes on it will gain the success needed to show up in a Google search. To play you'll need to register in the box on the right with your information. You'll be presented with a user agreement, and once you've agreed you'll be given an opportunity to save the agreement for your own records. Then it will take a few minutes for the game to make your account. Normally after 5 minutes, although it can be a little faster or a little slower, you can log in and start playing to your heart's content. There is no confirmation email, and if you ever get bored of playing the game, just stop playing, and after a month of inactivity your account will be deleted. You can play this game in a browser on PC, Mac, Android and devices that have a somewhat new browser, so you're not tied to needing some specific or expensive hardware. It can be played on mobile devices with ease, so you can also take your strategy gaming experience on the go with you, and play wherever is convenient. Well, that's an overview of the game. It's got some novel social mechanics in it, and a map that is even larger than Dwarf Fortress, and graphics a little better than Aurora 4X. Strategic Galaxy is not trying to compete with either great game, but rather bring their own new gameplay experience to players. And it's a game that is indie, can support a lot of concurrent players, with no instances, and there's nothing stopping tens of thousands of players from engaging in new grand strategy gameplay. Go give it a shot, it's new, it's free, and that's a price point everyone can get behind. And you're supporting a lone indie developer bedroom programmer. I've gotten in with the developer, and there is an update plan for more units, and hopefully a single-payer campaign complete with story one day if the game can get some player support. Go try the game, it's got a grand scale, combined with new gameplay you won't find anywhere else.